Hi, welcome to another video. Now, you know one thing, you can't just leave me a comment like this, like I'm not a responsible cat parent, like I wasn't going to give Sully the best first Christmas in his new forever home. I have something for you. What does it say? It says Christmas. So I went over to Amazon and ordered a Christmas tree. Now, look at the size of this box. My hands are here for scale. Oh yeah, this is some random details. The address is on the other side. But look at the size of this box. This is it. I was looking for a relatively small Christmas tree because the living room is already quite busy. It's a bit of a small space. So I didn't want a very big tree. Then I went and searched and found a 4-foot Christmas tree. And the reviews were looking good. So why did it come in this tiny light box? I don't know. I hope I've not been duped, but we are about to open it and see if there's an actual 4-foot Christmas tree bundled inside here. And then on top of that, I have never decorated a Christmas tree by myself. Last time I was part of decorating a Christmas tree was when I was a child in my parents' home many years ago. As an adult, I have never had a Christmas tree in my house like I'm decorating for Christmas. But for Sully, I guess we are going to. So wish me luck. I'm going for gold. I've bought all gold decorations. I don't know how that's gonna work out. If the gold doesn't look nice, maybe I'll add other colors, but I want just green from the leaves and gold, and that's it. So let me put this tiny, very tiny, this box is so small. Let me put this tiny tree together and see what's inside here. I think I've opened it up as much as possible. I decided this side is going to be the front, so I tried to fluff up the leaves toward the side. The fallout is not so bad. There's just a few pieces of the leaves that came out. And also I was expecting death by 1,000 paper cuts, but I didn't get any cuts, so the leaves are quite soft. Now let me get my decorations. But because the tree is not so tall, I've brought my toolbox here, so I'm going to prop it up on the toolbox. And then I didn't get a tree skirt, so I'm going to cover the bottom of the tree with a blanket, just a regular house blanket. First time doing this, so I'm trying to keep it affordable because I'm 100% sure Sully is going to jump and topple over this tree at some point. So that's why I'm not so keen about spending so much on tree skirts and base and all that. So I know that you're supposed to put the lights before you put the decorations, because the lights are usually small and they go inside the tree. But I got this from Amazon. I don't even know how to describe it, but the ribbon is a light itself. So I don't know if I should put it first or do the decorations and then put this last, which I think that is the smarter option. The only thing I don't like about it is that they actually use batteries, so I'll have to be changing that often. But the ribbon looks so pretty. Most of the decorations I got from either Amazon or Daiso. These bubbles I got from Daiso. I'm going for a gold theme, so I got two sizes of bubbles, the larger ones and the smaller ones. Actually, for the larger ones I got them 2 packs, and then the smaller ones came in 1 pack. Then these ones, the strings were not attached to it, so I actually had to attach those myself. So I did that yesterday when I was buying the decorations. You know those flowers that usually people put on the tree? So I went to check the prices of the flowers, and there was like small normal paper. And then you want to tell me
I'm very sorry. How can I say sorry? I'm not the one who caused the problem.
So I bought the Christmas wrapping paper and I made these flowers. So I will just attach all the clips of me preparing the decorations yesterday, and then we'll come back and finish off. I followed this tutorial online on how to make paper flowers. So I just got a regular wrapping paper in gold to match with the theme of the rest of the ornaments. And each wrapping paper I divided into 4 pieces, so I can make 4 flowers out of each, or actually 2 flowers because I'm going to be layering the flowers together. So to make the flower, it's pretty simple. You take 1 piece of paper, fold it once lengthwise, then fold it again, and then the third time you're going to fold it into a triangular shape. Then I'm just going to outline the shape of the petal that I'm trying to create. I just use a ruler to find the center of the triangle and then drew out curves on either side. This is what it looks like, and then once that is done, I cut following the guidelines and unfolded the paper to reveal the flower. Then the paper itself, you just fold along the edge of each petal, not the edge, the center of each petal to make it look like a flower. For each flower, I made 2 separate pieces and connected them together in the center just using glue to give it a more like layered petals look. And I have a lot of craft supplies in the house, like glue, scissors, rulers and all that, because I do a lot of DIYs over here. So these flowers were just a no-brainer. The prices in the shops were just not giving me, like, this is something I can't make myself. I was like, I'm going to do it. And the flower making process was very, very easy. The first 2 wrapping papers I used to make bigger flowers, and then the last wrapping paper I used to make smaller size flowers. And then once I was done, I just used a stapler to attach some string to the back of the flower so I could be able to tie it onto the tree. And that was it for my paper flowers. Now, moving on, I saw also another tutorial about how to make ribbons. So I got this ribbon from Amazon in gold as well. There's so much gold going on, man. I was getting really nervous if everything would work out together. Anyway, so this ribbon tutorial gave me a run for my money, because I saw the tutorial and then I was like, okay, that's simple, let me try. And then I tried the first time. I went to pull the ribbon and I was like, wait, nothing is happening. The ribbon is not tightening in the center like it's supposed to. Then I started over again. I'm trying to remember what I saw, and it looked like it makes so much sense. Like it looked so easy when I was watching it, but the calculations were just not calculating. By the time I was trying the third time, I was just like, what is going on? I even started laughing at myself.
This is the worst.
Anyway, I quickly went back to that video that I had watched and watched it again very slowly until I understood how the knot is supposed to go. And finally, I was able to make ribbons. I made a bunch of those as well and used the stapler to attach the string to the back of the ribbon. I also got these golden snowflakes from Amazon. They are just covered in glitter and there was quite a lot of fallout, but they still look okay. So these ones I had to put the strings on each of them because the strings had not been attached. So I had to do this as well the evening before, just attach all the strings so I could be able to hang it on the tree the next day. I will just put a link of the products that I got from Amazon in the description if in case you're interested or are looking for this kind of ornaments. This is the part where I really need you to trust the process because I have not done this before. Side note, how small does this tree look from this angle? Anyway, so I started with the large bubbles and I wanted this to be sort of a guideline on where I would place everything else. So I just selected random spots around the tree and then I ended up following that with the smaller size bubbles. So this was my general guideline before I could be able to place down the ribbon. After the bubbles, I just unfolded up the ribbon lights. The ribbon lights come in a total of 32 feet. I don't know how much is that in meters, I'll have to check, but it was the perfect size for this tiny tree. And I was just trying to figure out, because there's nothing to hook it onto the tree, how do I place it on the tree? And I wanted to create a nice design, but that is not what happened. Things just went the way they went, and you know, as you go along, you just realize that you are not the person who you think you are. But to save the situation is
because there's a sort of wire inside the ribbon, what I did is I would wrap the ribbon around, then wrap it around an individual branch to just create a sort of fold, and then continue taking it around the tree at certain points, wrapping it around individual branches, and then when I got to the bottom I just did one full wrap. I don't know how I can explain it, but it didn't turn out the way I had envisioned perfectly, but it's still gonna work. This tree is for a cat. And then once I was done with placing the ribbon all over, the rest was just to put the remaining ornaments into any gaps and spots I could find, and especially the largest gaps, I used the flowers to fill up those gaps so the tree could look as full as possible. That was about it. Now, because the bottom of the tree was looking crazy with this blanket, I just went and wrapped a couple of empty boxes with this old wrapping paper that I've had in the house for ages. These are just random boxes. I don't know, two of them were shoe boxes. I don't know the other ones what they were, but they were just empty boxes that I had around the house, and I used those to cover up the atrocities that was going on in the bottom of the tree. Then I remembered I have this little Santa bag or Christmas bag, and I just made some space and stuck that right in the middle. Then finally it was time to add the star to the top of the tree. This is also a product I got from GIHOO. So I just folded up the topmost branch and then inserted the star on the top. It was a bit wobbly, so I had to fold the branch twice. The top branches of this tree were a bit bigger than the ones in the bottom. I don't know why, but it all worked out in the end. And then after that, it was the moment to switch on the lights.
that's it for my small little Christmas tree. Let me know what you think about the decorations, if I did well for my first time. Let me go bring Sully and see what he has to say, because this is all for him anyway.